everyone, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're going to talk about my entire black bag collection as of today, which is June 1st, 2024. You may notice that I'm standing today. I thought we would change it up a little bit as opposed to just sitting down all the time and kind of show you really quickly how the bag looks on my frame as I go through all of them. There's really not too much of a big collection here, but they are my current collection. I've had some bags come in, some bags go out, and this is just the current realm of black bags that I have that I'm so excited to share with you all. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. For today's video, we're going to talk about the black bags that include both contemporary and luxury designer. I don't really have that many designer handbags that are black actually. So a lot of these are more contemporary bags that I've had in my collection before and that I've added recently as well. So I'm really excited to share them all with you, kind of see if you have these bags, if you're thinking about these bags. Hopefully this will help you make a decision, but we're not going to go into too in-depth for this video. We're just going to talk about high level, my thoughts on them, pros and cons if I have any, and just sort of what it looks like on the body. So really quickly for reference, I am 5'4", about 125 pounds, and I do have a longer torso, so just bear that in mind. All right, so for the first bag we're going to talk about, we're going to start off from contemporary up to the designer handbags. The first one we have here is this very familiar half moon bag. I never remember the name, but it is from Uniqlo, and I think this became very popular during the pandemic. There were folks putting water bottles, banh mi sandwiches, you name it, into this bag. I think it is a very versatile bag. It is super lightweight, and it is such a great bag for the price that you pay. I got this for $20, but I believe they do go on sale every now and then, so I think the lowest I've ever seen these Uniqlo bags go for was $12.99. Of course, that's when they have a sale, so if you want to wait until the sale, there's always a chance for that. But even at its full price, $19.99 is not bad. I've actually thrown this through the washer 2 times already, and it's still in really great condition. What I really like about this bag is that it's very minimal. It is extremely light. It is probably the lightest bag out of my entire collection here, simply because there is no hardware. Really, it's just like some plastic. There's the plastic zipper, and then there's the plastic hinge here. So all around, because it's plastic, it's super lightweight. I think this would be a great bag if you wanted to take it for travel, if you wanted to go run quick errands, and it is very sizable for essentially how much you can fit in it. So I'm a huge proponent for light bags because you don't want to be weighed down by your bag when you're trying to run errands and doing all that good stuff. So I think this is a really, really great buy. If you don't have this bag, certainly consider it. Let me quickly put this on so you can kind of see how it fits on my frame. I do have this adjusted right now, and it does go fairly long, so you don't have to worry if you're relatively tall. But right now, this is what it looks like on my frame. I think it is just hitting at the perfect length here. And it's just, what I appreciate about this bag is that it molds to your body, as you can see here, right? You put things in, it's definitely going to protrude a little bit, but for the most part, it's not super structured, so it will mold to your frame. So if you enjoy that sort of look, this is a really great option. In terms of the interior, it's just one big pocket in here. There are 2 side pockets. So as you can see, it is quite big in here. In terms of cons, I don't know if this is really much a con, but if I were to really say it, this is definitely a casual bag. So you're not, I mean, you could technically, but I would never really wear this to something a little bit more fancier because it's just really casual, right? It's for different occasions. So if you want a bag that's all around, that's, you know, good for everything, this may not be the bag, but this is a great bag for everyday running errands, traveling, you know, just going to soccer games or whatnot. It's just so fantastic, especially for the price. So I really, really do recommend this bag. All right, so next on the list, we're gonna be talking about my Lululemon collection. I have only 3 black bags from Lululemon, all of which I do really enjoy. The first one we're going to talk about is actually a newer addition to my closet, so I can't really say too much about this since I have not yet worn it. I did see one subscriber who commented, and thank you so much for commenting, about your thoughts on this particular bag, and in fact I actually still have the plastic sticker on here. All right, just had to throw that sticker away. So that subscriber mentioned that while this bag is 2 liter in capacity, it doesn't hold as much, I believe was what he or she said, but I've been rotating my collection and haven't had a chance to use this one. When I do, I will definitely do a more in-depth review on this bag. I got it because it just seemed a little fancier than the regular belt bag. It has the gold hardware here, and I did do a quick video of my initial impressions on that, so if you're interested, do take a look at that. But essentially, it's a very compact bag, and I think that it's super cute. There is a big sister version of this, which will fit a lot more. So you have, of course, your front pocket here, and it's quite spacious. I can fit my 15 Pro Max in this inner pocket with no problem, but that doesn't leave a lot of space left for anything else. And then of course you have this compartment in here, which goes all the way down to the bottom. So like I said, I haven't really used it yet, so I can't really say too much, but because this is a black bag collection, I just wanted to include it to let you know. I think that this is a very cute bag for what it's worth. It looks like this on the body. You'll notice immediately compared to the Uniqlo one we saw earlier that it is a tiny bit, I guess, elevated, very tiny, because of the gold hardware. I feel like every time you have gold hardware on a bag, it elevates the bag a lot more compared to silver hardware or compared to no hardware at all, right? So notice that it's a fairly flat bag, and I like that because, you know, it doesn't protrude from the body too much. But like I said, I haven't used it, so I can't comment too much. It can definitely fit a small compact wallet, your phone, your keys, your lippy, and maybe a hand sanitizer for sure. I've tried that already in the previous video. In terms of the comfort level, I think that because, again, this is a nylon bag, it is very light and you shouldn't have any issues feeling like a strain on your shoulder when you're wearing this. It's also very adjustable. I currently have it adjusted like this, so if you do want to wear this, let's say, as a much shorter bag, so for example, a shoulder bag, which I typically don't do. I like wearing crossbody a lot more. It would go and become this short, and you could technically wear it like that as well. But again, like I said, I do prefer the crossbody. And actually, even at its shorter setting, this will become more like a bum bag if that's your style. You definitely have a lot of options given the various length this bag. But in terms of pros and cons, can't say too much again, but I do think that this is a really cute bag in terms of what it's worth. So this is the Lululemon. I apologize, I don't remember the name, but I will be linking all of the bags in this video below if I'm able to find it. So here you go. Next, we have the very popular belt bag that we're all familiar with, right? This is the Lululemon 1 liter belt bag. This is in the black and also in the gold hardware. If you've been on this channel for a while, you know that I really like gold hardware as opposed to silver. I mean, I'm okay with silver, but I prefer gold if I was given the choice. This is a very simple bag. We're probably all familiar with it. Everyone and their grandma has it. It's a big opening inside. It has the back mesh pocket and the 2 front mesh pockets. And surprisingly, though this looks relatively small, it can actually fit quite a bit. I really like this bag. So before I started going a little crazy with my bag collection, I had 2 Lululemon belt bags in different colors. I had a black one with the matte hardware and I had a silver one, both of which I had resold and gotten new ones just because they were getting a little old and I wanted different colors. And yeah, by the way, honestly, even though you've used them, they're about $38, which isn't bad to start with, and the quality is fantastic. But you can resell this on Poshmark even, which I like, you know, even after you've used it. So I think that people really do like these bags a lot, and I just think that it's so versatile. I've thrown mine in the washer and the dryer. They've been fine. Not saying that you should do that. Again, make sure you do your due diligence, but I am a clean freak, so I like to clean my things after I go on hikes or like, you know, something that's a little dirty and gets me sweating. But I think that this is a great bag. Again, also similar to the other 2 bags in terms of for travel. This one definitely keeps very close to your body, so I like to wear this like such. It is a little loose right now, but you can of course adjust it. There is a longer version of this. I'm not sure what the name is, but there is a version of the 1 liter belt bag that has a longer strap. So if you like it to hang a little lower, you know, or if you're more voluptuous than myself, then that might work better for you. But for me, this is a really great bag for like to wear this way. If you want, you know, obviously it is a belt bag, so you can wear it across your waist as such, and it is not too big. Honestly, I feel for 1 liter it's perfect, but I do have a smaller bag. I have the mini belt bag that I wear like this. For this belt bag, I tend to just prefer to wear a crossbody. Again, very light, excellent for travel, excellent for daily errands. And if you have a big tote bag, this is such a small, light, compact bag you could just throw in there and you can just grab out of your tote bag if you wanted to, you know, go out and do some things, but you didn't want to carry your entire tote bag. Really like it. There is a back pocket. Unfortunately, this back pocket doesn't fit my 15 Pro Max comfortably if I do have it stuffed in here. if you have a smaller phone, that would definitely fit a lot better. In terms of cons, I don't really have any cons, honestly, other than it being a little, you know, it's obviously for casual wear, but I really love this bag. I think it's great for my lifestyle. For some folks, they might like the bigger version. What's nice is they offer 2-liter, 2.5-liter belt bags. Those are a little too big for me. This, I think, is the perfect size for crossbody. So yeah, really, I don't have any cons to this bag. Love it so much. All right, so last bag that is part of the Lululemon collection is going to be this one. This one is the, oh man, I'm sorry, I don't remember the name, but it's the one with the Nano pouch. It's the crossbody with the Nano pouch. Unfortunately, I don't believe Lululemon has this on their website anymore. I talked about this several times in my other videos, so I'm not going to, you know, go in depth, but I did get this not pre-loved, but from a third party, either Poshmark or eBay, and it was brand new still with tags, just because I couldn't get it from the direct website on Lululemon anymore. They had a couple of different colors. They had like a army green or something, this color, and I don't know if they had any other colors, but I really, really wanted this bag because, like I mentioned in that video, it reminds me a lot of the Prada Re-Edition. So I guess a pro to that would be if you wanted to try out something similar to the Prada Re-Edition, this is a really great alternative. I think that this is a very nice version to kind of try it out, see if it fits you well. And if you enjoy it, then you didn't spend a couple $1,000s. You spend about, I think I got this for maybe like 150 or something. I don't remember, I'm sorry, but it's definitely a lot less than the Prada Re-Edition 2005. It is also bigger than that bag, but honestly, having had this bag, I think it has scratched my itch for the Prada Re-Edition. I don't know if I'm gonna get that in the future. It'll depend on, you know, how I feel, but basically, it's a wonderful crossbody bag, and unfortunately, you do have to wear the strap on the right side of your shoulder in order for this Nano pouch to show. But I think that it's also a really great travel bag, but it's also a very nice everyday bag. You know, it fits a ton in here. It is extremely lightweight, and if you open the zip compartment, you'll notice how big of an interior you know, compartment you have, and it has a little back pocket here, and it also has this front pocket here with a little back pocket there. When I did use this, and I haven't used this for a little while, is I would tend to put my hand sanitizer here so I'm able to quickly grab it without having to dig through my whole bag. This is detachable as well, so if you don't want this, you could take it off. You could use this in a different bag, totally have that option. The only thing is that this is a silver hardware, right? So it definitely lends a more casual look as opposed to the gold hardware bag, like I've mentioned before. There is a big back pocket here. It fits the Pro Max, or the 15 Pro Max is what I have, but I think they're similar to the older versions as well. And I really like this bag. I've used it a little bit, but because it is actually quite a spacious bag, it became a little too big for me at one point, so I traded it out and used my belt bags. Now I'm in a different bag again, but you know, it's an awesome bag for every day. So would I recommend this bag? Yeah, I would, even though I did pay a premium for that. I think in the grand scheme of things, it's still a lot less than the Prada Re-Edition, and the quality, the material of this nylon is so nice. I think actually the only thing I would say would be a really nice addition is if they made this magnetic in the back, or had it so this wouldn't just be popping open like this, you know? So if you had something in here, it's a little bit more secure. If there was a magnetic closure here, I think that would have been a lot nicer. But overall, pretty happy with this bag. All right, so we are now done with our Lululemon black bag collection. We're moving on into a different brand. We're gonna be talking about Coach. I have only 2 black bags from Coach. First one being the Cassie 19 that everyone obviously loves. This has been a wonderful bag. I've used this a ton. I've even got it a little dirty here. I probably should get that clean. It's some sort of spot here, but I've pretty much abused this bag. I don't baby it. I love it. It's a beautiful leather. I think I did get this full price, which I believe was still also like 200 something. Honestly, like I've mentioned in my previous videos, I have been really enjoying and rediscovering Coach. I think it's a wonderful brand. I think that for the price you pay, you get a really good quality handbag. I haven't had any issues with my Coach bags, even from when I was in college, when I got like Coach wallets or something. They were still very nice. And this one has definitely been here and will be staying here for a long time. I love the gold hardware. I love the petite size of it. And there is a back pocket here, so you can definitely fit your phone in the back. And I don't have that other chain with me right now, but there is a third chain that it comes with, which is the long sort of bronze chain. It's just a complete bronze chain in this color. You could use that as a shoulder bag, but I don't technically wear it like that, and also it's a little heavier, so I don't really go with that route. So for this bag, it is a turn lock closure. Obviously you just turn it like that, you open it, and you're able to access your items. This is a pebbled leather out here, and it is a cloth material into here. You can see that there's some Coach, there's a Coach branding on here, and then it is pockets. It has pockets like this. So there's a back pocket, which is very spacious, a middle pocket, and a front pocket. I actually really like this division, but it is a very spacious bag. There is a bag zip compartment as well here. So lots of nice pockets, and such a great material. I really like how compact it is. Since this is an all leather bag, it is for sure heavier than the nylon bags we just talked about, but it honestly isn't that bad. I love this top handle because when you have it in your car, you could just grab the top handle out. You could just wear this crossbody, which is how I like to wear this. So this is what it looks like on my frame. This is currently set at, let me see here. It is currently set at the shortest setting. So again, remember I'm 5'4". I do have a longer torso. This hits right at my hip bone here. It is more structured, so it's not gonna lay extremely flat to your body, but it's a very comfortable bag. I've worn this for hours on my body and I've been fine. Again, of course, if you put more items in here, the heavier it is going to get. Otherwise, I honestly don't really have any complaints to this bag. What I love about Coach is that they always give you so many straps for different ways of wearing a bag. You get a strap, this long strap, you get the top handle, you get the chain. For a lot of luxury designer brands, you have to pay like $700 for a strap. It's beautiful, but is it worth $700-800? I mean, I guess that's up to you, right? But for me, I think that's just a little bit insane. But yeah, again, like I said, Coach, great quality, great price for it, lasts a long time. You get several different ways of wearing it. I really recommend this bag. I think it is just so adorable, so cute. I know a lot of people say that this is reminiscent of the Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis. At least there's the bigger version of this. I got the 19 because I like it smaller. It is reminiscent of the Métis. Without having to splurge a couple $1,000s for the Pochette Métis, I think this is a great way to try it out. It's a wonderful bag, and I have nothing bad to say about it. All right, moving on to the next Coach bag in my collection, and also the last Coach bag in my collection, is a really new addition, and it is the Coach Ergo. I currently have it stuffed, but I'll take that out in a bit to show you. This is not the new Ergo that you see on the market. This one is actually the vintage Coach Ergo. So this is in a leather. It's a different material than the one that they're currently selling. I did get this pre-loved, obviously off Poshmark. This is from the year 2000, and I saw this bag and I just think it's so cute. I love it, but I'm having a little bit of a problem with it. So I guess we can just go straight into what I think is the con of this bag. This shoulder strap is way too short. I thought I could pull it off, but I think that it's just way too short. So there is some room here, but again, do notice that this is currently a flat bag. There's nothing in here. If I were to fill it up, it's definitely not gonna be comfortable under my shoulder. So I have the Celine Ava bag as well, and that one, while it has a short drop, it's still a lot more comfortable because that drop is longer. So I think that if this drop was made a little longer, like by maybe even like 2 inches, that would help so much. So for folks who you know, want to, if you're very petite, I think you could pull this off, but I think that for the majority of us, this might have to be a top handle bag. I love the shape of it. I'm just really bummed that it doesn't fit my shoulder very well if I put things in it. So I'm actually planning on reselling this one if I can get it for a decent price, basically the same price that I paid for it. You know, it's a really adorable bag. If your intention is to just wear it like this, I think it's perfect. I love the aesthetic. I talked about this in a previous video that I made on my initial thoughts on this bag. I love how minimal it is. I love how there's no branding really besides the hang tag that you see here that has Coach, and it actually fits quite a lot in here. It's very spacious. There is a back pocket here, and then it's just one big compartment inside. So you can fit a Pro Max 15 in here, no problem, along with a compact wallet and other items as well. The material is so nice, and it has some wear to it. on the bottom here if I can find it. So it's right here, as you can see. This has a magnetic closure here as well, which is really nice. So I enjoy that as well. But again, like I said, if you plan to wear this as a top handle, I think it's a wonderful bag. If you plan to wear this as a shoulder bag, like I initially wanted to, I don't think that this would work very well. The reason I got this vintage one was because I heard the shoulder drop for the vintage one was a little longer than the current ones that they're selling new in the boutique. I don't know if that's true, but it's supposed to be like 7 inches for a shoulder drop, but it's still not working for me. That's the only con I have, the shoulder strap drop, but otherwise I do think that this is a really gorgeous bag. All right, so we have 4 more bags here. We're almost done, hang in there. This one I'm gonna talk about is the Dooney and Bourke backpack. I got this relatively recently, a couple months ago, probably even just a month ago. I lose track of time so quickly these days, but it is a backpack, and the reason I got this one was because I wanted to have a travel backpack that could fit my iPad and my Kindle, not just like a tote or like one of those big backpacks that fits my 16-inch laptop. So this was perfect, and I did get it for a very good price, so I'm really happy with that. So this has a very smooth leather trimming here, and then it's all nylon, but this nylon is substantially thicker than the Lululemon nylon. It's very, very durable, and the bottom has feet also with some metal, so you're, you know, safe to sit your bag on the table. This can sit by itself, no problem. It's not gonna fall forward. Of course, if you fill it up with a lot of stuff, who knows, right? I will say I haven't yet used this, so I can't really give you any pros and cons yet, but I think that given the price point, given the material, given the capacity, I think it's a great bag, and I do think that it looks really cute. I actually forgot about Dooney and Bourke until a little while ago when I was rummaging through my bag collection, and I had an old vintage bag from my mom that was Dooney and Bourke, and I just fell in love with it all again. So I went and explored Dooney and Bourke and went down that rabbit hole and got a couple bags from Dooney and Bourke. But it is beautiful. There is the duck logo here in leather, and when you, the only thing I will say is that because this is this type of opening, it is a little bit cumbersome. You would obviously loosen the strap here, and it has a beautiful red interior, very spacious, and there's also a back pocket and little pockets on the side. But again, like I said, I got this specifically for travel purposes, so it's not an issue for me because I want the bag to be secure. I don't want it to be magnetic. So for it to have this sort of closing mechanism, it's actually a lot more secure for me. So I know that, you know, in order to get through it, sorry, I have a phone call, so I'm trying to like stop that. But for me to get through to it, I have to unhook this whole thing. So I really like that. And then on the back, there is the straps here. It's a very soft strap. It's not like your typical Lululemon like thick seatbelt strap. It's a cloth kind of strap, so it's very comfortable, but it's also very durable. It's very thick. So let me go ahead and really quickly latch this back, and then I will then put this on to show you what it looks like on my frame. So do note that it's currently not filled, but you know, it does have structure to it, so I would assume that it retains its structure. But this is what it looks like. I think it's very, very cute. It's a small backpack. I was actually contemplating getting the Longchamp Les Pliage backpack, but I saw this one and I thought it was really cute. It had really nice leather trimming. It's not a bag that I've seen anyone wear really, so I like the fact that it's not as ubiquitous, and it's very light. It's mostly nylon. It's very structured. It's just, yeah, it's just really cute. I don't think this would be a really good backpack to pack in your luggage just because it is structured here. I think the Les Pliage would be much better because it's a lot flatter, but because I plan to use this to travel, to bring it on the plane, to the airport, that's not gonna be an issue for me. And it does have this gold hardware. I'm sorry I'm showing these bags and I don't have pros and cons to a few of them because I haven't used it. This is also gonna be one of them. This is the Dooney and Bourke Black Florentine Satchel, and I believe this is the size mini, which is actually quite big. They do have a nano size, which is smaller, but that would be more so for everyday like crossbody wear. This one is super beautiful. I love the braided handles here, this whip stitch kind of pattern. It's just so nicely done. And I mentioned in the video when I did the intro unboxing to this that the leather smells amazing. It has tassels on the side. It's made out of Florentine leather, so it's actually leather sourced from Italy. What's really nice about Dooney and Bourke, and I didn't mention this earlier, is that their handbags are 24 karat gold plated over enamel. So for the price that you're paying for this handbag, the quality you're getting It's really such a great deal, I think. But like I said, I haven't used this before, so I can't really speak too much to it yet, but I can show you really quickly in terms of what the interior looks like. The zip is very smooth. It has a suede lining on the top, which is green, and I think that's beautiful. And it has a huge red interior. Red is, I believe, signature to Dooney and Bourke. You'll see that in a lot of their handbags. They do have this in almost every bag, I believe, you know, to clip your keys or pouches or whatnot. But it's really nice because it has this sort of sag, and I think over time as you use it more, the sag will become more pronounced. There is no exterior pocket here. I do still have the tags attached. I haven't used it yet, like I said, but I just love how this looks. And in my last video, I did talk about how this reminded me of the Balenciaga City bag, Motor City bag, which I had a long time ago and sold, and kind of regret it a little bit. I will be doing another video in the near future about bags that I regret selling, so stay tuned for that. But basically, you can wear this as a top handle like this, or you could wear this as a crossbody or a shoulder bag. So crossbody wise, this is what it looks on my frame. It is a little big and bulky. I'm not sure if I would actually wear this as a crossbody. I believe I would wear it more as a top handle or a shoulder bag. You could adjust this strap to make it so that it can become a shoulder strap. So it'll you know, work better as a shoulder bag. But otherwise, if you wanted to use it as a top handle, this is kind of what it looks like. It definitely fits a Kindle in here, so that's no problem. And that's kind of what I wanted for this bag because I don't have any satchel bags, and I thought this would work really well for that purpose. So yeah, this is the last Dooney and Bourke black bag in this collection. All right, folks, we're almost there. 2 more bags here. The next one is the Diorama in the medium size. This one I got not too long ago, and again, I can't speak too much to it because I haven't worn it yet. I thought I was gonna wear it to one of our dates, but I didn't get a chance to. But it is a beautiful bag, and in the video I talked about for this, for the first impressions of this bag, I mentioned I got this as an alternative to the Chanel boy bag, which I do have, but it is a little flashy. So I wanted something that was obviously toned down, but didn't have the price tag of the Chanel boy bag. Unfortunately, they don't sell the Diorama anymore, so you have to get this pre-loved on the secondhand market, Fashion File, The Real, Poshmark, eBay, all of that, right? But of course, if it's not Fashion File or Real or Rebag, make sure that you do your due diligence to ensure that it's authentic. I did get this off eBay. I got this from a Japanese reseller for a really good price, $1,100 plus taxes would be about $1,300. I think initially when they were selling this back then, it was like $3,000 or $4,000 at least. So really great price that I got. And what I really like about this bag is the fact that it is so understated, you know? There's no logo, there's no branding. It's kind of like, if you are a Dior fan, then you will know that this is a Dior bag. If you're traveling, this is probably a safer bag to bring just because it's not logo branded, right? And it's really good for, you know, nice dinners and stuff like that. And it's just it's a really good size bag. I currently do have it stuffed, so that's helping it retain its shape right now, because when I did get it, it was a lot more flat. But this is in a silver hardware. They do come in different colors, but this was the one I found that I thought was in immaculate condition for being, you know, a pre-loved bag. It was in beautiful condition. There was no edge wear or anything. And what's really nice, when you open this bag, you just push on it. It's a magnetic clasp. It's really easy to open. The interior is leather lined. It's calfskin, pebbled calfskin. And then I'm just gonna take this out so you can see. It is a really big hole in here. And then you do have a back pocket as well. That is lined with suede, micro suede. So I think for those of us who don't want to spend really crazy amounts of money on a Chanel boy bag, I think the Diorama is a great alternative. In fact, you know, it's even more toned down than the Chanel because you don't have any logos. It's just this clasp here. Yeah, so this is the medium size and it can fit quite a bit in here. There is no back pocket, unfortunately. And I think I wanted just to mention really quickly, it is a really beautiful chain, but some of the chains here are hollowed out, as you can see, so it makes the chain lighter, but it doesn't compromise the quality of this bag. And what's nice, of course, is that you can wear this also as a crossbody bag, like such, right? And it's really nice. I haven't worn this. I am still debating. I really like it, but as I'm, you know, kind of optimizing my bag collection, I'm wondering if this is a bag that I would actually wear. I love it. It's beautiful, but I haven't worn it yet. So You know, I'm contemplating, I don't know now, but it is a beautiful bag. And if you wanted to wear it long like this as a shoulder bag, that's also an option. Gorgeous, gorgeous bag. Don't really have too much to say about it because, again, like I said, I haven't worn it, but I think that this is a great, great alternative, again, to the Chanel Boy bag. All right, last but not least is my one and only Chanel black bag in my collection. I really, like I said earlier, I don't really have that many designer bags in my collection. I have sold quite a few of them over the years just because I haven't used it. So right now I think I do have a lot more contemporary bags than designer bags. And it's funny because I think that with contemporary bags, because they're less expensive, I feel more comfortable using them. But for the designer bags, because they're so expensive, I end up not using them. And then it's like I spend more money on something that I'm not going to use, if that makes any sense. But this is the last bag we're going to talk about. I saved the best for last. It is my beautiful Chanel 19. I got this during the pandemic, so this is my pandemic bag, and this is the bag that started this whole collection of more bags and YouTube videos and whatnot. But I think this is a gorgeous, gorgeous bag. I did get this in the lambskin, and it took quite a bit of time to source it. I got this from I think it was at Neiman Marcus, I believe. And it has not been used once. Like I've said over and over again, I haven't used it, but I know that a lot of people who have used it really enjoy it. It's just because it's such an expensive bag, and I feel so bad if something were to happen to it. But at the same time, I know that, you know, if I don't use it, it's more expensive. The cost per wear just keeps going up, right? Because I haven't used it. And so I think that's probably the con for me. I don't really think there's really much con for this bag, except for the fact that maybe it's lambskin and it could get scratched easily. I know that for some folks, they mentioned they have the lambskin version of this bag, but it's actually it's pretty tough wearing, which is really quite nice. It's still beautiful. It's still so puffy. And this is what I'm talking about with the Lululemon bag we talked about earlier. If there was like a magnet like this one, then it makes your things a lot more secure. This back pocket can definitely fit a iPhone 15 Pro Max, no problem. And then it is also a turn lock here. So you just basically open it like that. I have my felt here. And then I have a little organizer in here as well. There is a back zip pocket as well. And then I still have all my things attached here. Yeah, I know, I really should wear this. I just don't really have an occasion to wear this, but I definitely don't think I'm gonna sell this bag. This is kind of like, sounds so bad, but this is my COVID bag, if you think about it, just to remind myself of when the world kind of shut down for a couple of years there. But you know, it's a beautiful bag. This is the hardware. What attracted me to this bag a lot was the fact that it had mixed hardware. So it has sort of like this gunmetal hardware with the brass hardware, and then, you know, the leather. And I love this top part because it's leather. It's not all metal around, so it gives more comfort on your shoulder. So people tend to like to wear this as a crossbody. It is actually a perfect size for a crossbody. This isn't the size small that I got. I was actually debating a medium at that time, but I think that the small is perfect. It is a little structured, so as you can see, it does kind of protrude to the side a little bit here. And then because of this length, you can also wear this as a shoulder bag like this, and I think that it still works very well. This bag, I think what's nice about it is that it's not like the Chanel double flap, right? The fancier ones. And because it has this mixed hardware, it gives it a lot more flexibility in terms of wearing it in a more casual format, which is how I feel my life has been. I've been a lot more casual. I like wearing sportswear. I like wearing, you know, I don't wear like really flowy dresses a lot. So this works very well for my lifestyle, and I still think it does. I just really need to wear it, but I think it is a beautiful bag. When I got it, it just came out. I think that there's definitely been some price hikes on these bags. So, you know, price hikes with all of these luxury brands. So that makes me even more wary or afraid of wearing this because I just don't want it to get damaged. But it's beautiful because it has that leather trimming in between the hardware here. So very nice bag. You could definitely wear this on travel if you wanted to be a little fancier. You could wear this for an everyday bag. It's a beautiful bag. I think it goes with pretty much almost everything. So the one thing I would say is that it is a little in your face, right? Because of the big CC logos, it is a little in your face. In a way, it could be a little tacky, but you know, that's kind of on the borderline there. So depending on if you want it really low toned down, like the classic CC that's very small and gold, or you want it like this. But honestly, I really like it. I think it's such a beautiful bag and I'm never gonna part with it. But again, if you guys have this bag, let me know how you've been wearing this and like how does the wear and tear go. I really wish it had feet on the bottom. That's the only thing I would say, because I don't want it to get damaged, but I know that none of the Chanel bags have feet. So that's just a little bummer. Or if it had like a little leather lining here to like protect the bottom, that would have been really nice too. But yeah, it's very versatile. You can wear it as a top handle like this or a crossbody shoulder bag. So that is all. I'm sorry, I know we went way over. I'm gonna see if I can cut this shorter. I'm sure I can, but hopefully this isn't too long of a video. Thanks so much for dropping by and watching this video with me here, and I hope it was helpful. If you have any of these bags, let me know what your thoughts are. If you want to contemplate to buy any of them, feel free to ask any questions. I'm more than happy to give my personal perspective on each one of these bags, but I do like all of them. I just need to find ways to wear them more often, not be afraid to wear the ones that are a little bit more pricier. But anyways, as always, please stay healthy, happy, and safe, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.